right, I'm gonna go get a mat. And if you have a strap of some sort, this is a robe tie. So I'm showing you that there's so many things you can use. I know it sounds horrible, but you could even use a phone charger as your strap. So you can use a towel, those at home. So if you have some form of a strap, a towel, just a cord, a rope cord, anything at all. And if you don't have any, it's not the end of the world. It will be helpful because we'll be doing a lot of stretching of our hamstrings this morning, and also our upper body, our shoulders, and our scapula. I'm Diana. I'm a 20-year experienced body worker. I know that Catherine is a chiropractor, so we both share a lot of experience in the body. I look forward to spending the next 45 minutes or so with you. So I'm going to go get my mat. I'll be right back.
Now you can ask her. You can probably ask her now. There's no heat in there.
All right, getting my mat, getting you a little bit of music, setting the scene. We've got some heat lamps over here for us. And welcome. I like to take my shoes off just to ground. And this is called earthing or grounding. And when you take your shoes off, you can really open up your toes. The toes are our stability. If you think of us toes as animal toes, and when you animals, they have hoofs, and they're actually using their toes to grip Mother Earth. So I'm a really big fan of called earthing, which is just being barefoot more often. Also, just learning to walk better, which is just heel and then up on the toe. So really,
There's poop everywhere.
please mute your Zoom. Those of you who are just joining, I heard a couple of voices in the back. We do record these on YouTube, so your little voices will be there. So just go ahead and mute. I'm going to mute Connie. All right, and I think we're just about ready. All right, welcome. And let's just go ahead tonight, and I'm going to teach a different class in Catherine because I'm not Catherine. So let's just go ahead and take it stand. And we're just going to start out this morning in mountain pose. And this is a yoga pose. Carol's with me live. We've got one live person. Carol, yay, by the heater. So just notice your feet. When I mean notice, just put your whole mind in your feet. Your left foot, your right foot. So all that the thoughts are coming to you. You may have little thoughts in your mind. So I will also be practicing mindfulness. So right now our mind is in our feet. And let's just move forward and just see if we can feel the balls of the feet and back. So we're just moving forward, just really gently as we are just making contact with forward. And then just slowly back. We're just kind of just lightly forward, not extreme anything. Just feeling the tip of the forward as we come closer to all 10 toes and then back. And now just for your own somatic awareness, see if you can make contact with your mind, with your pinky toes as you come forward. See if you can feel the outer rim of your pinky toe. It's kind of difficult. All we're doing right now is just forward and back, just making contact and awareness. Feet are hip width apart. Forward and back. Just a gentle movement. Just think of this movement as just a slight breeze outside right now. So you just feel that slight breeze. We've got a nice, more than slight breeze today. And now from that awareness, just soften the knees. And this is really important, is to soften your knees for stability and balance. So we're softening the knees, maybe just a half an inch, feet are width hip width apart, and we're just still rocking forward and back. My hands are getting cold, so I'm going to bring in my hands. So forward and back. Yeah, Carol's told too, aren't they? So just forward and back. And look, notice your mind's getting bored. Like this is so easy, forward and back, forward and back. So but I want you to just stay with that ticking or that talking forward and back. And now just come forward like we're slightly moving over an edge and then rock back. So now this time lift your toes up and then come up slightly on your toes and lift your heels up now. So we're just working on this really minute bounce. So we'll do forward, up on the balls of the feet and back. Again, forward and back. And now from here, I just want you to go ahead and soften the knees. Take the feet a little wider now. And again, this is super simple, but yet if we're with it. Now notice the difference if you take a wider stand. Just being aware, do you feel more stable or less stable? From here, bringing the awareness, walk the feet in a little closer and now tip. And notice if you feel more stable or less stable. Beautiful. And then walk farther out. These are just simple. We're just doing 5 minutes of somatic awareness in space. Forward. So now I'm going to add on just some information that I've seen in my life with my clients. It's very common. I want us to go ahead and feel what it's like now to step together and squeeze the ankle bones together. And now go forward and back. You're going to feel much more unstable, aren't you? It's like, whoa, this doesn't feel safe. I might fall. So in my world, I see a lot of people unaware having their feet too close together. They're walking like this. So just as you go through the day today, notice if your feet are too close together and just take them and find right now on Zoom live here, what is your perfect sweet spot? Is it hip width? Is it a little farther? Some call the horse stance the best place. So the feet are about hip width and a half apart. And that right there is the Tai Chi stance too. Yeah, nice girl. So this is when you can start gathering the chi. And let's come down and gather the chi. Notice that horse stance is a little more supportive as we come in. So for instance, if we're gathering something on the ground, like, oh, there's my grocery bag, we want to take that wide stance to create that stability. So our activities of daily living in our life are supported by our strong lower body. So just gathering that grocery bag, bring it up, and just soften. So we want to be slow and controlled. What causes most injuries is quick, erratic movements. So we're just gathering the chi, bringing it up. So even in mundane parts of life, like picking up your grocery bag, see if you can practice Tai Chi at the same time. So here's my grocery bag. Then lift it up and then bring it here and then just drop it back. Obviously, it's a very lightweight grocery bag. Bring it in and then down. You can even synchronize the breath now. So you're taking that exhale down. I'm Diana, by the way. I'm just subbing for Catherine and I inhale up. So just feeling the motion. And then now let's just take, and then just take them, just drop the grocery bag, let it go, and bring those arms all the way overhead. For store, we're gonna go ahead and add on a little instability by coming up on our toes, holding. So this is something where we're putting something away on the top shelf and then bring it back, bring the hands into heart. Rise up, put that item on the top shelf. So hold up on the toes, feel the instability. Sometimes when we put something on the top shelf, we rise on our toes a lot. So this is really mimicking activities of daily life. Hold the toes, just bring the hands, keep on the toes, bring the hands down, stay on the toes, the balls of the feet. So you're really on the balls of the feet. Yeah, and then come down. Beautiful. And then just rock back on the heels, up on the balls of the feet. Then rock back. I've had a few falls in my, one time I was taking one of those old school 1970s speakers that are about 4 feet high and 3 feet wide. They weigh about, I don't know, 40 pounds. This was back in my late 30s and I thought I was invincible. I stood up on a ladder by myself and lifted that thing. And unfortunately, I lost control of it and it crashed on my head. Yeah.
It's someone else.
When you're joining us, please put your Zoom on mute. I've had some neck issues. So that's an example of
Nancy.
balance. So
It's
I'm going, I can do it. Boom, right on my head. So I want to encourage everybody as we get older, even younger, to not do stupid things like that. Because we think that we can do it, right? I mean, how many times have we been on a ladder? We're just continuing to stand up and then back down. Now let's just let our body hang this morning. And don't let the head drop down yet. Just shake out the hands. You're kind of looking at me, making sure you're muted. Thank you, everyone. Got a nice group of Zoomers. And now let's just let the body hang in ragdoll. And then for me, it's a little too quick, too soon, because I'm cold this morning. What do you do if it feels too much? I want you to bend your knees in ragdoll and rock forward and back. So we're just bending our knees. Welcome. Rocking forward and back. Classing starting at 8:30. We're just walking just to remind everybody, but that's okay if you're late because it's COVID time. We can be late. We can show up whenever we want. There's no rules anymore. Now let the body really hang and just touch the ground, but bend your knees. This position I love because it's really animal-like. We're all on all fours. We're really deeply bending the knees. We're rocking forward and back. We're up on the fingertips, rocking forward and back. If you notice, this is a really beautiful stretch for your lower spine. Those of you who feel comfortable, you can let the head hang. I always feel a little nervous with my neck issue. And let's just tuck and drop into a low squat, support it by holding the arms here. So we're just hanging out before we move out of this. If we just stood up straight, we would hurt our back. So we're gonna tuck the tailbone under, roll one, super slow, really slow. Yes, some of you I noticed just jammed yourself up. Let's go back and try that again. Come down. You are working with the chi, not working with slowly hold. So think of each of your vertebrae from the lumbar spine to the cervical spine to the thoracic spine as rolling one. How slow can you go by bringing the belly in, the core, coming up using the strength of the legs. Now just drop the shoulders down and back and give a shoulder roll. So we're working in slow motion. And by working in slow motion, we're connecting with our body so much more than working quickly. And we'll prevent injuries if we work. So let's come back extra slow. How slow can you go? Using the strength of your legs, you're going to support, bring your elbows here. Just hang out like you're talking to her, but sit deeply into a chair. And now tuck the belly in and imagine slightly tilting the pelvis forward and then rolling up, bringing the belly. Just imagine rolling the spine up like a Tootsie Roll. And let's just bring that energy up. Inhale, take a back bend. Nice. Big back bend and come all the way around, just really opening up. Again, let's just do circles for the shoulders and really linking the breath. Notice right now if you're holding your breath. Just make that breath as loud as possible through the back of the throat. Beautiful. And then again, notice the stance. Notice if you're wobbly. And if you feel wobbly, just bend the knees a little bit and then come up. My hands are a little bit warmer now, not that much warmer. And then beautiful, bring the hands in. Walk the feet together. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and just stand. We walk the feet together in a wide plie, which looks like this. So the turnout. And let's just come up and then down. So we're just strengthening the ankles, the calves too. All the way up. I'm hearing wind chimes. I'm like, where are those coming from? And we're just taking it up and down. So by doing this, we're just strengthening the ankles. We're also stimulating the chi or the meridian or the trigger points at the bottom of the balls of the feet. I encourage bare feet, I really do. Yeah. And you notice I'm not even on my mat. That's plastic. It's just like sinking on something that's not, it's a foreign land, plastic. So try to be on grass, earth, dirt, walk barefoot. So important, everyone. Having tough feet is not a problem, having soft, beautiful, feminine feet will not help you. Having tough gypsy feet will. All the way up, forward, back, beautiful. And then just walk the feet back. And we're just going to stand in mountain pose for 1 minute in a meditation. So we're just standing, feet are hip width apart. We're bending the knees slightly. And let's start with channeling mind to the feet. Just imagine your feet having 5 sets of deep roots running into Mother Earth. And using your imagination is so important. So feet have roots. And now bring those energy roots and the energy and nutrients from the earth. Just imagination, everyone. Bring it up into your calves, your knees, your quads, and the back of your hamstrings. Feel the stability of your body on this planet right now. So stable, grounded, solid. And now bring that awareness through your center of your body, your belly, your lower spine. Maybe you slightly drop the tailbone and you bend the knees a little more. Bring the awareness up into the heart and the chest. And notice if you're at all, and you have to notice this yourself. I can see in my Zoom that my shoulders are hunched. Draw them and open up through the heart. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Most women, I notice, will be like this. Something about the fear of opening up the chest. Like, okay, here we are. Here they are. The headlights facing forward. So dropping and imagining the sternum just dropping into the belly. Shoulders down and back. Chest is very lifted. Now let's just talk about the hands and the fingers. Let's just make them soft. Shake it out a little bit. Nice freezing hands. Yeah, we probably don't want to take our hands out of our pocket right now. All right, beautiful. Drop the shoulders and just hold that mountain. You can ask yourself, what would make you feel more stable? Noticing some of you here and on Zoom are not bending your knees. So there's this. If you lock out your knees, that's how people fall. I did a lot of work at assisted living facilities working as a personal trainer with 75 to 90-year-olds. We taught, this was what we taught, was keep those knees bent. Yep. So my beautiful clients are passed on now, so I'm like, wow. Having some memories right now. Let's take an upward prayer pose. We're going to come into some balance now. Not that we weren't doing that. Let's step the right leg into the left. And I'm going to bring you in here. And then we just take that right leg and lift it. Now, I'm feeling a little wobbly already. If you feel wobbly, just come into a kickstand and bring your toe down. But we're just going to take this and move it up and down. So we're in that mountain, but we're just moving. Yeah, I can maybe turn that heater on too. Keep doing that. Let's see if there's no propane. Make sure we mention that to the front desk so we get that propane for my class tomorrow night. I'm just going to be freezing. Yeah. So up, I know. So we're just coming up. One of the reasons to maybe do Zoom today. Oh, is that good? So keep raising that foot. We're going to shut off. Thank you. Yeah, because that wind comes off. Just raising that foot. I'm just hitting the temperature. And the that does help. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So raising that foot, let's just hold right here. Hold all the way up. Come into a tree. That does help a lot because it just cuts that wind direction. So again, I'm, in a comfortable spot, but let's say I'm feeling a little tippy and a little insecure, just drop that foot down. You can even kickstand it here. So play with planes of motion. You can rise up and down. What this does, you're going to notice it right away, is it increases the bone density of your ankle. You're going to feel that, oh, wow, this is difficult. We want to really prevent osteoporosis by increasing the density of our bones. And a lot of women, more than men, have predisposition. So we're just sliding up. We're going to take a nice break. We're going to need it. Drop down. And then beautiful. And just walk it out. Just kind of lift up. Feel the niceness of just kind of walking it out. So yeah, they've got us safe here. There's no curtains there. There's no curtains there. Like we're not going to be able to shut it. Beautiful. Hold here. Let's just go ahead and begin that other side. So glad I'm here to feel what it's like to be whole. So one of the really cool things about practicing mindfulness, and I took a wonderful class from Stanford University in mindfulness, and our teacher up in Big Sur, it was freezing. It was like February. And everybody was complaining about the inside temperature. It's too hot. It's too cold. There was like 20 of us. No one could figure it out. And our teacher, God bless that man, Dr. Fred Luskin, brought us outside on the bluffs of Big Sur and had us out there for 10 minutes to feel what it's like to be uncomfortable and not get our way. He was like, okay, let's just go outside. And we were like, that's because everybody was complaining. Like, ow, turn it up, turn it down. He was like, let's go outside and feel. So being uncomfortable isn't the end of the world, is it? It teaches us resilience. It teaches us compromise. So we're just taking in, let's find that tree. And we also realize that, which is really also a very spiritual practice, is that we don't always get what we want. We don't always get the candidate we want. We don't always get the food we want. We don't always get whatever. And so when we have that sense of spoilage, meaning I want what I want, I talk to myself a lot and I say, girl, you don't always get what you want. You don't always get the choices. You don't always get the father that you wanted to live longer. So this is about grief. This is about actually realizing on, and that's just being human, right? So taking that down, let's just take a nice forward fold again. Holding it.
Can't be doing.
And just making sure you're on mute. Zoomers, I heard some nice background noise. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Maybe debris. I don't know. Just hold it. I'm just keeping my hands warm because I'm cold, but you could just hang, those of you at home. Just hanging, letting the body hang. Again, I'm just modifying this to keep my fingers because I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. Beautiful. Letting that body hang. And then just bend the knees. Let's come down and drop down. So now we're in a low squat. Too cold, huh? Yeah. Coming into that low squat. And this is a balanced pose. In yoga, it's known as crow. We're just holding here first, and then we're going to come down. And this can be difficult. Yeah, so just modify it. No one cares. We're just going to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Good morning. Feel free to join us. The schedule says it starts at 8:30, so I'm going by the schedule on the app. Right? Yeah. No worries. As long as I didn't start it early, that's all I care. I've done that. So we're just rocking crow forward and back. And let's just come down on the ground and start some stretching now. So we're on the ground and we're going to hold baby cobra here. So squeezing the glutes. This is actually Sphinx pose in yoga. So we're really strengthening the lower back. We're feeling the stretch from the very top of the pubic bone. That's where the psoas also is. And we're just squeezing the elbows close to the inner, yeah, beautiful Sphinx pose. Beautiful. Let's drop the hands down and just full body stretch. We can actually walk the hands out. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take a modified bow. Just bring the right foot in, reach back with your right hand, take the top of the foot and bring the heel into the glute, really stretching out the quad. Just you can drop down the head and just hang out. So nothing to do with the neck and the head. Just holding here, heel comes in. You can even just take and rest the forehead on the top of the arm. If you have a strap or something and it's your flexibility isn't there, yeah, beautiful. Nice options on the side, beautiful. And let's just drop that foot. Full body stretch. Just imagine someone pulling your fingertip to toes. And then reach and find that left foot. You're going to take that left arm around the body. We're not coming through here. We're going to take it all the way around the body. Find that foot. Bring that heel in as close to the bottom cheek as possible. And stop and notice what leg is more cooperative. Generally, if one leg is less cooperative, that's the side that is speaking to have more attention. It could be a hip problem. It could be a lower spine problem. The quads are connected with the whole body, even the neck of all things. Yeah. So, and let's just take both feet in, tug them in, drop down the heels and hold. Beautiful. Some of you may want to come up into bow pose by lifting the upper body up off the floor and then drawing those shoulder blades back. This is more challenging and can be a little bit funky because you have to use your shoulders and then just take that heels back, reach out, come up using the upper body strength and hold. I want us to do a little strength work. Most women are very weak in their upper bodies. So we're just going to hold and then push back into puppy pose. Puppy pose is the hips are up, forehead is down, and just hold this for 2 minutes. We're going to take and hold this as a yin pose. So hips are up, nice, Carol. Beautiful. holding that there. See if I can give you guys a better view while you're holding. That's not a very good view. That might be a better. So just holding puppy, couple minutes. Like Carol, I'm just sitting and taking a break. The time you can just ponder life or think about nothing. You feel the warmth of your breath coming back in your face. That's always a nice sensation. Beautiful. From that puppy here, let's just slide the left foot through, coming into pigeon pose. Now, let's say that's just impossible for the flexibility. You can come into a modified pigeon by just coming on your side like this. This is a modified pigeon. Just showing modifications for everyone. So full pigeon, modified pigeon. You got it. Beautiful. So holding that pigeon for another minute. You can really take that back foot and ease it into the midline of the body. So we're actually walking it towards the center. So if it's out here really, we're getting a little stretch, but walk that foot in, inch it in towards the midline of the body. So it's straight back. Some of you now will come down on the forearms and then take a diagonal stretch across the hip. Yeah, there, nice girl, beautiful. That can be pretty challenging for the hips, so find your sweet spot, find something that feels safe for you without overstretching. Nice. If the knee is bothering you, you can wrap a towel underneath it. Holding that pigeon. Fire. Yeah. You're saying we didn't know we'd need gloves and hats and socks today, but that's something we're gonna need here definitely, and I'll mention that. So from this pigeon, just come back and take that puppy again. I'm definitely feeling 3 heaters on Wednesday night here, not 2. Beautiful. Slowly come up and let's just intermission this with a cat, rolling the belly in, holding cat, and then coming into cow. So we're just cat and cowing. Inhale with cat. Exhale with cow. Inhale with cat. Exhale with cow. Inhale, cat. Slowly exhale with cow. So we're really articulating the lower spine, tailbone, coccyx, lower vertebrae, and slowly from here come in after that cat into a neutral spine. Slowly walk the hands out, draw the opposite leg into that pigeon. Mine would be my left. Yeah, I'm holding pigeon here. Beautiful. Holding pigeon.
I just bought 2 of these 2 days ago. My massage practice outside. And mine are much stronger than these ones. This is not very good. Mine's not. So maybe these are older and they're running out of gas. But just commission me on this.
So you're holding pigeon. You continue to hold that pigeon. Beautiful. From that pigeon now, we're gonna slide back and come up and just rock back slowly into hero's pose for the stretch for the quads again. Just for a second. Yeah, thank you for taking that side pigeon. And let's just release the legs. Bring the feet straight out. And then just slowly flex and point. Some of you, if you have your strap, you bring that strap. And pull back. And 10 feet apart, but thank you. Oh. We all want to gather around the fire. So pointing and flexing. The baby fire that's not really putting a lot of heat out. There we go, pointing and flexing with our strap. So it's really nice now that we get to figure out what are we going to do to modify the cold coming, which is going to be coming. So better wool socks, better outerwear, flexing and pointing. Beautiful. From here, let's just take and support ourselves. Bring the right leg all the way up and really enjoy the stretch here. Push through your strap, or if you don't have a strap, you can just hold your leg up here. This works just as well. And let's just point and flex again. Pointing and flexing. Keep that leg up. Nice, Carol. Beautiful. Bands are good, straps are better because there's not so much pointiness. So pointing and flexing that foot. Yeah, beautiful. Foot is straight up in the air. And just continue. Now from here, from that point and flex, nice use of your jacket. Take and bend the knee into the right, into your elbow. So we're just taking, I'm going to show you, take that leg and then bend it into the armpit and then straighten. And let's just do about 30 of these reps of knee into the armpit to stimulate the synovial fluid in the back of the knee joint. So that's all we're doing is we're bringing the knee a nice, Carol, into the armpit, straightening and releasing. Knee into the armpit, just at your own pace. Using the breath, notice if you lost contact with the breath. And then from this moment of knee in, let's just take that strap and come all the way across the body into a twist. If you don't have a strap, you can just drop that knee into a twist here. Holding that twist for a couple of minutes. Beautiful. Holding that there. Drop into that twist. Whatever feels good. Breath in, breath out. Just another 30 seconds here. from that twist to the left, go ahead and slowly bring both feet into the strap now. So both feet come up and you're holding this here. Both feet come up into the strap and then just slowly bend the elbows, lifting that lower back off the mat or off the ground. Yeah, I was thinking about how I said be barefoot and be barefoot in earth, and I'm like, I think we need to be sockful, have socks on. It's cold outside, bending and straightening. And then just rocking side to side, just rocking side to side. And then just slowly releasing the right foot. The left foot is straight into that strap. And just press, lock out the knee here and press through the strap, pointing and flexing. This is one of the very few times you can lock out the knee without injuring the knee because you have no weight on that leg. So you can fully lock out the knee, pointing and flexing. Nice little. Just a little longer. And then slowly bringing that leg and knee into the armpit and straight. Knee into the armpit and straight. And slowly, when you're ready, no hurries, just bring that leg across into that twist. I'm holding that twist. Beautiful. Breath in, breath out. You can even just kind of gently bring and maybe even give your piriformis and your IT band a little rub, massage. Slowly releasing that strap. Come on your back and just come into happy baby. A beautiful view of some sycamore trees. I'm going to out to see what I'm seeing. This is my view right now. Look at this beautiful tree changing colors, shedding its leaf and the bark. That is what I'm seeing as I'm laying on my back. Yay. Nice. Just holding that happy baby. And then just bringing that happy baby and bringing both knees into your chest and rocking side to side. Both knees come back into the chest. So embracing the duality of life, even though, you know, I'm cold, there is the beauty of the trees I'm seeing. The contrast is what our brains love. If everything was perfect, we would be bored, right? Our brain needs the duality of the masculine and the feminine, the contrast of being cold and then beauty around. So as animals, neurologically, that keeps us alive, the contrast of survival. of beauty, of coming back. So I always meditate on if things not going my way. That is exactly what we are designed to have, is the contrast of light and dark, sun and moon. Slowly releasing the legs both straight down. And just bring the arms all the way up overhead. Big full body stretch. Really big reach, reach, reach. And just slowly bringing the hands down to the side and spending these last 2 or 3 minutes in our final pose of Savasana and meditation. And slowly just noticing your fingers and your toes. Maybe the temperature of your body again, eyelashes, scalp. Those of you who are at home, you can stay where you're at. Those of you who live, just slowly bringing yourself to seated. Bringing your hands on top of your, coming into the half lotus, and just bringing in the gratitude for this beautiful chilly morning and the change of the season finally into our preliminary winter. Bringing in that inward journey. And just bringing your hands into your heart. And exhale and namaste. Thank you, Zoomers, for coming virtually. It was nice teaching you. This is my first time I've taught her class. Appreciate you all. Have a beautiful morning.